Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So, before we go on to May, let's see, according to this, Austria-Hungary has 6 battleships, 2 battlecruisers, 58 heavy cruisers. But if you look at this, 3 battleships, 7 battleships, that's 10, and 1 battlecruiser. And 1 more battleship and a battlecruiser. 11 battleships, 2 battlecruisers. So I'm wondering if quite a few of those battleships are either being repaired or refit. And that's why they're not being showed as part of the active fleet. It might be the case with the United States too. I'm not gonna go count everything they have in all of their ports. So yeah, let's go on to May. Oh, and I think I forgot to unsuspend some ships last month because I think I had the port capacity to do that. It's gonna be fine. Italian Empire wants to be my ally. I don't think so. Sorry. Here we go again. The Bismarck and Tirpitz versus a whole lot of heavy cruisers. Yeah. Klosterneuburg. Let's go. So, safe distance from those cruisers is around 16 kilometers. That's their torpedo range. Their main gun range is not much better. Well, 16-kilometer torpedo range is actually very good. "14 heavy cruisers. Yeah, you're just gonna do the standard thing. Set guns on the heavy cruisers to save. We are firing at 27 kilometers. Reduce speed down to the cruising speed. There we go, scoring some hits. Oof. Yeah, Mark 5 16s coupled with Generation 2 radar. I've not refit them with Generation 3 radar. I don't think there's much of a point to do that. Kind of skirting the torpedo range of that closest ship. I do want some more distance, because even if their guns are kind of small, and also I'm within torpedo range now, that's suboptimal. Yeah, even if their guns are kind of small, they could potentially destroy me with extensive fire. That's not something I want to have happen. Focus on the closest ships, guys. They've not launched. That's good. Let's see if I can head them off with my destroyers. Actually, let's select some better targets here. None of you have launched yet. Even if I do have well, it looks like I have the torpedo range. Might not actually be the case, because you gotta take lead into consideration. So I think we're gonna abort that. Unless we can just get a spread off now. But we got them off of my battleships. Yeah, no, I think we're just gonna retreat the DDs. Here we go. Torpedoes incoming. No, ran out. Please continue, Bismarck. I don't think I would have been able to avoid that. Turning circle is just not that great. But we are reducing the number of active enemy ships. And they're closing in on me again. They are kind of split up now. I do think these are probably better cruisers than the even newer ones, simply because they have very decent armor. And all those 6-inch guns, if they're allowed to fire for long enough, they can cause quite a few crew losses and also fire damage. Boa. Yeah, these got away just fine. Yeah, Boa had some of her torpedoes explode. Mostly the underwater ones. The deck torpedoes are fine. One heavy cruiser down. big, juicy 16-inch hits. Yeah, I am looking forward to trying the newer refit super battleships. I think they might actually be quite useful now. Although they were not intended to be more than... well, meme ship is a bit strong, but they were not intended to be as practically usable as the Bismarcks when I designed them. But then we got that that patch that made the really big guns, you know, 17, 18, 19 and 20-inch guns, a bit more usable. Because I now also have those guns up to Mark 5, except for the 20-inch guns. I actually got Mark 5 19s before Mark 5 18s. So that's that was strange. Then again, I also got Mark 5 15s before Mark 5 14s. So not sure if that's just pure random chance or if it's dependent on which nation you're playing. Okay, it's evening now, so spotting range has been reduced. I know it's not that far away, so I'm gonna send my cruisers out to do some cruising. I didn't just bring them with me to tag along behind the battleships. There we go. Another one down, one left in this group, and they have a bunch more off somewhere. And I don't think I want to follow them. I think I'm just gonna let them go after we've sunk this one, and then see what the next battle brings us. Hi. .32 kilometers away from my battleships, which have now run out of AP. Okay. Well, their HE range is still decent. So we ran out of AP. That's why they're suddenly not doing that much damage anymore. At... what was the range? 34 kilometers. I've got 10.7 inches of deck penetration with my HE shells. course, the main deck is effectively more than that, especially when you factor in the Citadel decks. There goes flooding. And I think she's gonna sink because the lower hull is filling up. There we go. This direction, I think they're far away. And the enemy cruisers are a tiny bit faster than mine, so if they're running away at full speed, I'm not going to catch up. You know, 8,600 victory points. I do want to design some more ships though before the end of the year, so they can actually be finished before the campaign ends. And what I'm thinking of is a kind of fast battleship. 4 transports lost in Caribbean. Oh, I'm actually invading Burma from by land. I don't think that's gonna work. What do we have here? Bizerte, that's the König class that I sold to Tunisia. And the old Moltke. Exciting. Where is the battle? Puerto Rico class heavy cruiser. That's one very expensive heavy cruiser. That's... why is Prince Adalbert more expensive? Oh, because of flaws, perhaps? Yeah, that's one very, very expensive heavy cruiser. I wonder what kind of tech has been put into it. But here we go. I think that's gonna succeed, actually. So let's try and choose a province. I have a lot of stuff I can invade. Burma. 5,000 tons. I expected it to be more. In fact, I'm wondering if I should... do I have no DDs in Haichao? Have all my DDs been like dispersed? Yo, where are my DDs at? Okay, these can continue. You can continue. You can also continue. Can you? Yeah, we can. Well, it's evident I need some more destroyers in Asia. So let's actually design a new DD. This is going to be the Z46 class. And it will be mainly an escort DD. So we have the hybrid destroyer hull, but if you want to build something fast on this hull, it's just going to be ridiculously expensive. On the other hand, you have the modern destroyer leader. Or the modern destroyer standard. Let's try and do something on this hull. It's not as bumpy as the modern destroyer leader hull. And it's not as huge as the hybrid destroyer hull. 36 knot max optimal speed. Can do 37.5, I mean. Range should be decent. We can knock the beam down a tad. We're gonna go diesel 2 so we can get the range we want. 3000 tower spotting. Fits perfectly. Let's see, what kind of funnel? 200%. 169%. 155%. What kind of secondary tower can we fit here? Barbette Tower 1. I guess that's fine. Would be so nice if we could fit a tower like down here. Let's take that off for a second. No, it just won't work. It's gotta be there then. No. If I don't hold down shift, I can actually place it where I want it to. Do I just want to go with the simple one? To say wait, and just add a barbette, a separate one. That won't work. So we're just gonna go with a regular small barbette. 2 555s up front. And another one of these barbettes here. And that is still smaller than the barbette tower. And lighter. So, torpedo. It needs to have torpedoes. It's the law. If I fit a barbette here, let's see, taller one, will that work? That will work. I can then add the launcher here. Okay, let's add the stuff. Yeah, I might have to reduce some things to make this work. Standard ratio, incendiary and semi-ballistic, that's fine. Two powder 1 or cordite 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go cordite 3. And TNT 4? 24-inch torpedoes. These are some nasty torpedoes. In fact, I think... Didn't I just have a quintuple launcher up here? Okay, I guess they no longer fit. There it interferes. Oh. It's so finicky sometimes. Can I squeeze it in? No. No. So if I go with this barbette again and orientate this turret facing forwards, it still has the same arc. No, it just won't fit. But if I then actually go barbette tower 1, then it fits. You can go down to 22-inch. That's still pretty pretty good. And I think we can also go down to quads instead of quintuples. Still a bit of a 4-weight offset. But yeah. So let's go auto 2, and we are overweight again. And we haven't even added some of the important stuff. Do I need RDF? You do get like a flagship communication bonus and reconnaissance and stuff like that, which I assume help you find battles. But these are going to be specifically in task forces to guard battleships. So Minehunter kit and depth charges are actually the most important thing. On these ships. Make the guns a bit longer. Okay, now we need to save weight and preferably some cost as well. Go down on bulkheads. Can I drop this turret? And also move this funnel, which solves some of my weight offset, which is still not great, but can I do what I did with another class and add the tower down here? No, I cannot. I cannot do that. Let's add the funnel back. Ship is overweight. Reduce torpedo ammo. So you get one launch off at 23 kilometers. And then it's just the guns. If I so a bit of a 4-weight offset. There we go. It actually has better arc of fire than the B turret would have. Decent range. Come on, what more? Go down on barbette protection. I do not want to compromise the operational range, because remember, these are supposed to follow my battleships. I can reduce the ammo. Can go down to auto 1, and that works. This is the Z46 class. In many ways a step down from the Z49. It's got one less turret. It's got half the number of torpedo tubes, but longer range torpedoes. But I think the anti-submarine and mine stuff is better on this. So we're gonna save that. And now we're gonna exit constructor and build a few of them. Because DDs are, even if you don't actively use them in battle, they're always needed to fight submarines and clear minefields and stuff like that. Well, you could also use cruisers to hunt submarines, but only DDs can deal with minefields. They're the only ship class in the game that can mount minehunter kits. I guess theoretically I could make a dedicated minesweeper class of ships. Did that ruin my... No, it did not. Which would be just very cheap DDs, minimized everything, but with the best mine hunting kit available. Hi, ciao. Did I scroll past it? Probably. No. There it is. But if I made those dedicated minesweepers, yeah, you can be pretty sure that they would end up getting dragged into battle on their own, like a destroyer ambush, and be completely not suited for that kind of work. Shanghai? Sure. I can name them off camera. You don't need to see me name all those ships. 1 month until I get Mark 5 20-inch guns. Alright. Alright. Now, do we have time for a battle before ending the episode? I think we do. Don't think this is gonna be a super long battle. Oh, I should have picked the other one with the American cruiser, so we could actually get a fight in with the Americans in this episode. So Bizerte is a Tunisian ship that I sold them quite recently. It is the latest refit of the König class. So it's got the Mark 5 16s, and I think it's a pretty cool ship. I am tempted to build another battleship class on the Battleship 1 hull and give it a bit more narrow beam. It's actually faster than the battlecruiser by 2 knots. And give it a bit more narrow beam, make it faster, and also I've got better funnels now, and soon also better fuel. So I'm thinking, since I was not able to mount 16-inch guns on the main tower for my battlecruiser, I'm thinking instead of I kind of got around that with the Beowulf class and used that built-in barbette for a secondary gun, and had another barbette ahead of it with the B turret. But what I'm thinking is, instead of building battlecruisers on the battlecruiser hull, I could just build fast battleships. Maybe I don't need more fast battleships or battlecruisers in this campaign, but That was a fun thing. So we're scoring hits. And that was a Frederick class. Enemy battleship. Oh! And that was... ah, we just missed it. That was... no, we did not miss it. That is a turret. It's a main gun turret. Flying through the air. Moltke, you can target that cruiser. So what's a cool angle on this? It's just too slow. I would have liked to have it to view it with the blue column of flame. Like so, maybe. We're not getting a spreading flash fire. It would have been nice. I mean, we're well within torpedo range. I think it's got, yeah, it's got those nasty, nasty torpedoes. And there they are. Yeah, oxygen torpedoes, very long range and also lower visibility than standard torpedoes. But they do tend to explode sometimes. Give you a higher torpedo detonation chance. Destroyed another main gun. Torpedo detonation. That's those oxygen torpedoes going kaboom. There you go, it does have more torpedoes. But it does not have a lot more main gun ammo. I don't know, is that other ship a heavy cruiser? I already forgot. It's not identified yet. Don't think it was another battleship. I think it was another, I think it was a heavy cruiser. Moltke, you stay on target. That guy. Well, it can't be a battleship because it's popping in and out of visibility. No, that is a heavy cruiser. Yeah, it's the Kloster Neuburg class. And the battleship went invisible. Well, it is night. torpedo detonation on the heavy cruiser as well. Now Moltke. I want you just following the green arrow towards the transports, while Bizerte takes on the warships. And that is the lead ship of the Klosterneuburg class. Okay, Moltke, your target. Typically, I would let my ship deal with the enemy warships, while the allied ship would deal with the transports, but in this case, the allied ship is actually the better one. Moltke. Well, your secondaries are doing fine work there. Okay. You can keep your main guns on the cruiser. Oh my god, your secondaries are... What are you armed with? Kind of monstrous... 5-inch guns and 4-inch guns. Yeah, okay. Well, fine. Keep it up. I was a bit worried that Moltke would just sail face into a bunch of transports armed with torpedoes. But she seems to be handling herself, with some help from the secondaries on Bizerte. No, these transports do not have torpedoes. Nothing to worry about. I would hate to see the Moltke go down to transports. He's been with me since very early on in the campaign. The König Wilhelm class, I originally built 4 of them. Like with all my, most of my capital ships, I built 4 of them. That's just a thing I tend to do. Klosterneuburg is down. But one of them sunk to a submarine. I think that's the only capital ship I've lost in the entire campaign. And by capital ship I mean battleship, battlecruiser. Oh, we're being outspotted by the enemy battleship. Vulcan. Yeah, she just needs a couple of hits to persuade her into sinking. It's not bad being able to do 19 knots with this amount of flooding, and that... Was that the final flooding hit I needed? 2%. One. 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 6. Zero. We almost had it. Not bad, not bad. See, it pays off selling ships to your allies. It's certainly better than having them come to help you, quote unquote, with some kind of ungodly trash that they bought from another AI nation. And there we go. And that, I think, is the end of the episode. So I will see you next time, and then we're definitely gonna fight the Americans. The Puerto Rico class heavy cruiser Eastland. Not really impressive main gun armament, but it's quite fast. And it's got torpedoes. And if it's this expensive, I'm pretty sure there's some impressive tech on it. Now, before I go, I need to send some aid to the Caribbean. Star Derflinger. So all my Derflinger and Star classes are over here. Where did I put the rest of my battlecruisers? Here's my super battleships. Yeah, I'm thinking the Beowulf task force will have to divert. I'm going headfirst into the Caribbean. These can stay on station, I think, because they're about to be visited by some battleships. In which case, are all of these ready? None of them are being refit. London-Kampf. They're kind of slow. And also not very good. Let's send this force down here. Will arrive in 2 turns. No, I'm wrong. This is not heading to Africa, it's heading into the Caribbean. What kind of stuff are we looking at? Most of these huge battle forces are just hanging around. For lack of a better term, they are just hanging around. So, we're gonna engage. I'm a little bit worried about sending my old battlecruisers out to face a very modern enemy. But I think I've got to. I mean, tonnage is tonnage. The Mittermeyers, or are the other two being built? Asia? Yeah, Haichao. Okay, yeah, these two are being refit. So I need to find some escorts for them. For when I do move them out. I think they're gonna be quite useful. Anyway, that's it for now. We have some big fights ahead of us. It's gonna be exciting. Goodbye and take care.